about this. I should probably do training sessions that are in the game. Yeah, for example, if you want to properly learn positions and to understand things, we can jump into a training session, Rives, and we can explore a few positions. Just drive around the map and talk about it, okay? And this is how you would know a lot. You would understand a lot better certain things which are more difficult to explain when you're actually playing against players, you know?
Let's make this quick. I want to be home for dinner.
That's how I learned until I got my own play. Exactly. Same, Eternal is saying the same thing as Emily does. I'm interested to see what you think of the game. Yeah, I said a few things while we were not watching it. I was the only one watching it like a complete dummy. But yeah, so yeah, I was commenting about your position there and how it's usually punished by tank destroyers. In your case, it wasn't. So are you marking it, by the way? I think that was another question because I see the loadout is a bit sweaty loadout. Nothing against that, you know? Nothing against that, just curious, basically. Kranvan? No, I have full gold because I don't have intuition. Oh, okay. What is your opinion on intuition, though? Do you not like it in general, or it's like for specific tanks? Like this one, you prefer something else, a different combination? For example, everyone told me I need rammers. I never did. So you don't use gun rammers, Astali, is that it? Fair play to you if you don't, I'm just asking. For some tanks, I wouldn't go for them. For others, I would, yeah. I want it always, okay? I have full go. Oh, you want intuition always. It's a highly respectable thingy, especially if you have decent HE pen and it's likely that you're going to meet some HE-able targets, let's call them. You know, your light tanks, your Burasks, your artilleries, and what have yous. I wanted to ask if you would like to play the 2.0 update together tomorrow. Probably not, Kobe. It's gonna be a little weird and busy. So I'd like to take it on my stride, but we can still set up something for soon enough anyhow. There's too many events, too many things happening. It will be weird to juggle and multitask different things, including a together stream is adding to what already is gonna be a busy, confusing, and hectic, chaotic stuff. So I just want to keep it as simple as I can, I guess. So it's not a no, a not yet kind of like question. When things quiet down in a week or two, we can figure something out. Toward the end, it gets interesting. That's fine, but so my other question was, like, you have, for example, you saw at the beginning you have the Jagdpanzer 100 and the Death Star on the enemy team. And these kinds of constant overpeaks, I'm gonna pause for a moment, that you do coming all the way to here to shoot anyone being down there. Like, getting close to this line is basically these bushes at the back have perfect line of fire for overpeaking TDs. I know, because I'm always camping on my red line TDs there, shooting at these peaking heavies. And so my question was, weren't you worried about that? Okay, so it's just the Death Star's damage wouldn't be much against this one. Yeah, but 400 pen Jagdpanzer who was, or still is, camping in a relevant position to trouble you. Yeah. I mean, it could have been a Grille, it could have been Waffenträger, Panzeraufseher, it could have been a bunch of things, but this is always like a bit of a worrisome position for me. Not if you stay behind the rock. Yeah, sometimes I'm playing from the rock. Okay, you bounced. Oh, that was E100. Sometimes I'm playing the gap here, and I'm shooting whoever is over there, which is fine. But when they go to the rock, you don't see them anymore. With a great crew on your heavy, from that position, you will outspot them if they fire. That's fine. But by the time they fire, and if it's a Jagdpanzer 100, you already lost 1,000 with a you know, reliably on. Okay, Canopener is really tough, is really OP, but suppose you're on a tier 8 and 9 match and you're a tier 8 heavy, which is a hull down heavy, and you try to do something like this. You get smacked by tier 9 TDs like there's nothing going on, you know? Canopener is just dumb. I've never played it actually, believe it or not. I unlocked it a couple of months ago, and I never bought it. I was just busy with other things. But right now, tomorrow, this is the line I'm getting. I do not own currently. Not one of them. I sold them all because I needed the credits. But I actually enjoy that whole line of British heavies. They're all good, and this one is probably a little bit too good. This one's probably a little bit too good. But let's see what you do with it. You did promise an interesting ending to the match, so curious to see how it's gonna go. Besides, like getting a replay review or just like a side opinion from someone who is probably substantially inferior to you in terms of skill level is potentially not going to be very constructive or informative for you. But I suppose we can try for entertainment's sake to have a little chat about it anyhow. Canopener is stronger than the tier 11 armor-wise. That's just silly, man. I got my first mark on Canopener, says Dugsy. Lucky enough before the announcement 2.0. So I had the XP the tank already, without doing the grind. Oh, nice, dude. I had the XP on the tank already? Yeah, you had it from before. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for the song request, Herman. I wouldn't play like this if it wasn't Canopener. Yeah, Jagdpanzer doesn't seem to want to shoot me. Yeah, actually, he didn't even try. Or at least I didn't notice. With 400 heat pen, I think he would have been successful once or twice with some of your peaks. You know, not to sound overly critical, but with his pen, I would have tried you on my Jagdpanzer. I would have tried you. Taking the hill at this point in time, since you clear the opposition ahead of you, is a good idea. I see a lot of heavies come to the hill, and I do sometimes as well. Generally, it doesn't hurt to try and do some plays from the hill. Why not? They're already kind of melting anyway. Oh, you even have Jason Statham as your commander. Beautiful hit. More of that, please. Okay, have fun, guys. Working ends, ready to drive home. Have a safe drive, Rives. Thank you for sharing a bit more about yourself. I hope this is a nice place for you. And I hope you're not gonna have to unfollow, but if you have to, you have to. I would understand if you decide to go down that road. But I would prefer to keep you around, though. I think you're having a good time, and that's the important part. It's decent. One of the new Bond tanks is the Polish Tier 8 CS52 list. Not very new, but newer, I guess. Do you have it already? It seems decent. It is decent. The only thing, Zinix, about the CS52 list is that it's kind of reliant on gold shells. It's really, really good with gold shells, and without gold shells, kind of meh. 10 is a big difference, and I think shell velocity is quite a bit lower. It works really well with gold. It's a nimble, reasonably mobile medium that actually has some useful armor without being OP armored, but it can bounce shells. So it's a good combination of traits. Good balance between speed, maneuverability, camera rating, armor, and firepower. Less armor than the TM, but a lot better damage per minute. A lot better damage per minute. So it depends on your playstyle. If you're happy to be more armored and like take a little peek, shoot your enemy, and then chillax for a little while on a long reload, or if you like to go in, be more hardcore rock and roll and just fire, 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 flank, fire, fire, you know, that kind of jazz. Depends on your playstyle preferences, I suppose. I like both tanks. Damage per shot is lower on the CS, but it's much better DPM. Much better DPM. Just the reload is insanely good. So you saw a 60 TP coming to counter push you on the hill, and you're trying to counter that using whatever cover you have. Nice shot in between the corpses. Now this is getting a little dicey now. You're running out of allies. Enemies are low, but there are plenty. 7,300 damage already on your Canopeners. Pretty good game already. Even if you die, no shame in it. But you're absolutely trying to carry it. Sweaty pants detected. They seem fine and happy to chat. Who? Feel like you would get a message if there was a problem. What are you talking about, Emily? You're probably referring to a situation from a little bit ago, but I'm not picking on it instantaneously. Oh, he just got a kill here. Yeah, his allies are dead. Pushing corpses. Interesting. He could have kept driving back, but he stopped, and he gets smacked for it. And here's a Projero thinking he's on a reload. He's on a reload. Boom! He's not on a reload. He's ready to smack a boomba. Back to the garage they go. There were 5. Now it's 3. Oh no! That was artillery, wasn't it? That was kind of a big one. Almost 400. You cannot spot your enemy. He's capping. 430 you? He has good camera rating. Dugsy knows. It's one of his favorite tanks. You're gonna need to go down and deal with him personally, it looks like. Or keep trying to outspot from here. Interesting. No, you're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go and deal with the threat. Deal with the threat of capping. From as clever a position as humanly possible. He saw you already. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. No! Heartbreak. I literally thought you were gonna see him any moment now and you're gonna decap. Oh man, what a heartbreak. Awesome game though. Awesome game. I don't think too much of anything else could have been done to make it a win. I don't know. Really no Kulubanov, sadly. You have the Turkish into the can opener. Yeah, it's still Jason Statham's voice then, I guess. Well, it was his commander's voice anyhow. Does the Turkish guy have the voice as well? Faster DPM brawling. Much slower DPM and more aim needed. I wasn't trying to outspot. I didn't know that there was a bush at the back. I was searching for it. Yeah. Click finish to exit the game. Yeah. Do you think he was parked here in that bush? Was he there? Considering you made it all the way here and still didn't see him, that's the one and only place that you could have been at. This is the only place he can be. Yeah. So a cheeky blind shot in that bush would have saved at least the cap, but still, I would have blinded him from the hill if I knew. Yeah. So you learned something new here on that map, right? I didn't know either. We've all had plenty of cases when somebody was trying to cap, and usually if you're looking from the hill and your viewpoint is something like this, you would imagine that he's somewhere here trying to use that house to block the view from the hill, right? Which is roughly where I'm looking from, and which is where you are looking from. But actually from the hill, when you were looking like this, or like this, it's really not that visible, because actually this little construction thingy here, which you have at the beginning of the cap, this little tower and its boxes and shit, actually kind of blocks the view to the bush. Really, really nasty stuff, man. Yeah, I didn't know either. I did not know either about this one for sure. No chance to outspot the 430 here. Yeah, but to find him was the problem. Okay, he didn't outspot him, but yeah. Yeah, 430 didn't shoot. He wanted to stay unspotted. He was trying to cap it. But the Death Star came along to help. Ah, he has the voices. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. You can have two Jason Statham voices, essentially, yeah. Yeah. Really good game, man. I don't want to take anything away from your performance, for sure. It's a real big heartbreak. I was expecting some sort of epic ending, but at least it's a lesson. It's a lesson rather than an epic carry kind of game. Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. Well, thank you for sending it, man. It was definitely interesting to watch. Definitely sparked a discussion, both on the hill peaking over here and the very ending of it as well. I just finished the battle pass, says Herman. In the last 1.5 hours remaining. Well done, man. Well done. Breno's in the bag. It was a learning experience. Now I know about that bush. I'll be blinding it in the future. Yeah, absolutely, man.